Hi, good evening everyone. In this video, I am going to tell you a few things. What are the things? First, West Bengal is a state of politics, number one. Number two, West Bengal is a state where politics has been, it seems, grown, born up, and it is growing, right? Number two. Three, you all know that West Bengal is the mother of many revolutions of India since pre-independence day. Next, in this video, I will focus on the junior doctors movement. Next, I will say the reasons of these problems of rape, murder, torture, violence against women and discrimination in society against women. And also I would say about how to overcome or how to stop all those discrimination, all those problems of rape, murder, violence against women, right? So in this video, I am going to tell you all these things. First, I would say that West Bengal, since pre-independence day, is a hotbed of revolution. Here, the Bengali people, it seems to me that they do not ready to accept any new ideas or new views or the views of the people whom they do not like, right? So during the national independence movement, at the time also, Indian intellectuals, Indian lawyers, Indian freedom fighters fought or sacrificed their life, their joy, their happiness, everything at the altar of Mother India. They defied almost every order, every instruction of the British government, right? So they fought tooth and nail against the British government. So West Bengal, particularly Kolkata, has a history of revolution. India, and when India became independent, I find that West Bengal's history says that West Bengal, this state, was never peaceful. Rather, I would say it was more violent. There were more violent movements in West Bengal even after the independence. I read one of the articles of Johor Sarkar, the retired IS. He wrote in one of his articles that during the left front period, what happened? There were red, posters or banners like that, or festoons from College Street to Dharmatala, and there were strikes, there were violent slogans, there were movements, there were infighting between Congress and CPM, but now they have become friends. What politics is, it does not come in my small mind, small brain, that a few years ago they fought against each other, they killed each other, they murdered each other, but now they have become friends. They are sitting together, they are eating together, they are hobnobbing together. What is the thing? Okay, so you see, there were problems between the then Deputy CM Jyoti Basu and his chief minister of the Jukto Front, right? So there were problems, and there were problems of C2. There were problems of communist leaders, and they burnt trams, they burnt buses, they burnt offices, they burnt or killed, murdered, hijacked many government officials, many opposition leaders. What they did not do, you see, till 1977. But when they came in power, they became good. They stopped all those things, and they started administration. Okay, so they were doing well, but after a few years or one or two decades, the communist leaders started to become bourgeois, against whom they had been fighting for hundreds of years throughout the world. You know, so Marx and Engels, they gave the theory to unite all the laborers, all the farmers, all the all the poor people, against whom? To fight against the bourgeois, against the industrialists. But the party of the laborers, the party of the farmers, the party of the day laborers, the party of the poor people became the bourgeois themselves by setting up factories, by buying excessive land, by buying buses, by giving employment or job to their near and dear ones. So these things we have seen. The left-wing government did this. When they were in power, they did all those things. So this is not new. This is not new that all those things are going on during the time of Trinamool Congress Sarkar, Trinamool Congress government. Trinamool Congress government, when came in power in 2011, before that, during the last few years of Buddhadev Bhattacharya, maybe from 2001, he has shifted his policy, the policy of the government. And he was pro-industrialist. He was the only communist leader who realized that if the youths, if the students, pass out students are not given adequate, decent jobs, there will be problem that they may retaliate against the government. From his perception and from his cultural background, his wisdom, his conscience told him that do something for the youths of Bengal. And he requested Ratan Tata, late Ratan Tata, that please come here, because at the time Ratan Tata was searching for land. There were many states. I know, I had written some articles at that time, and I was studying the West Bengal politics at that time also, because in 2008 I have wrote West Bengal government issues and West Bengal government's problems and prospects. But in 2010, before the Trinamool Congress came to power, I wrote another book, West Bengal government, the issues and constraints of development. Okay, so I was studying the politics of West Bengal at that time, very seriously, very closely I was observing. So Ratan Tata gave respect to Buddhadev Bhattacharya, though he was aware that C2 was creating problem, that bond politics was going on there. চলছে না, চলবে না, মানছি না, মানবো না, ভেঙে দাও, গুড়িয়ে দাও, শাসকের কালো হাত ভেঙে দাও, গুড়িয়ে দাও. So what they did? So they want to destroy the establishments. The CPIM wanted to destroy the establishments, government institutions and other institutions. You see the slogans, and still they are liking that, and still they, many of them before election they give that distract the factories, distract the institutions, distract the government offices, and stop the chakka, stop the wheels of cars. And they frequently used to call bonds. I was dead against the bond politics, because bond politics halts everything, halts the normal life and activity and production of the factories. It means a loss of crores of rupees of the government or of the business establishment or of the working hours and production. So I was dead against, and I was very happy when Mamata Banerjee came to power, and she stopped, I mean through some resolution, through some she introduced a policy that government will not tolerate the bonds. Okay, so bond politics is the worst type of politics. Okay, so this was the but Buddhadev Bhattacharya realized that he should do something, but definitely his colleagues in the party, Many of them were very fierce leaders who wanted to show their vitality and vigor before the party cadets, and they protested behind him, and definitely Mamata Banerjee took the opportunity as a opposition leader, and she ultimately got the support from the intellectual people, from the literature, from the writers, from the artists, from the professors, from the teachers. So she came in power in 2011. When she came to power, she was doing very well. I was very much fond of her because she was a woman chief minister. Because I had been doing work for women's empowerment. Okay, since 2001, my research was on gender empowerment or women's empowerment in local bodies. Okay, so I was a supporter or a staunch advocate for women's empowerment. So when Mamata Banerjee came to power, I was elated with joy. I was very much happy that yes, now the West Bengal, now this state West Bengal will grow more, and women's security will be better, and women's industry will grow, and women's foreign direct investment will come more, and there will be less corruption, and there will not be less bond politics or bonds and extortions, because during the last few years of Buddhadev Bhattacharya government, the CPIM or the communists became bourgeois, I told you earlier, and at the same time they also became rich people. So when they become rich, how they will fight against the rich bourgeois? They cannot do. So ultimately they fell because they lose their character. They lose their character of a party of the proletariat. So they lost power. They, from proletariat, they themselves became or turned into bourgeois. So being bourgeois, they could not. They lost the morality. They lost the courage. They lost the vitality to fight against bourgeois. So definitely they could not win. Okay. So they became also corrupted also. Few of them became corrupted, right? And they became very audacious, and some of them became very violent, like Lakhan said, they are in Purva Medinipur. What is his situation? What is his condition now? I am not disrespecting him, but once he was the uncontested leader in Purva Medinipur, but now you see, political leaders, when they remain in power, they think that they are the kings and they will continue to remain kings. Baba, that's not the fact. The fact is that you are consider yourself as the servant of the people. Instead of thinking yourself as the master of people, think yourself as the servant of people, right? Next, you see, there Lakhan Shet, they are in Purva Medinipur. Here Majid Master was there. What is he? Razzaq Mullah. Then Razzaq Mullah was in South 24 Parganas. He was a very Daputa Neta. He was a very violent or very robust political leader. See Sushanta Ghosh, like this, some people became very dominant persons in politics. Okay, and the death of Anil Vishwas. He was a political scientist actually, from political science background. So there was not such people, such intellectual people. They are aware. I am not saying that there was not. They are aware, but they were not so vocal. They were not so diplomatic. They were not so wise. They were not so realistic also. And lack of experience of those communist leaders at that time were in such a position that they could not fight against the ideology, against the movements of the then coming up leader, firebrand leader Mamata Banerjee. The entire team of communist leaders could not fight back the movements of Trinamool leader Mamata Banerjee. Okay, so Mamata Banerjee came to power with lots of expectations and blessings of people, but what happened ultimately? Her party leaders, after coming to power, within few months, I would say, they involved in such corruption, such level of corruption that was at the end of the left front government. People's expectations, people's hopes started to shatter one by one into bites, but people because she has introduced some policies, some programs, some welfare schemes, some dole politics that have given her benefits, and some goons are there, some mafias are there in the party who are controlling elections in every locality or every booth, you can say. Okay, but I have not said that there are not good people. There are many good people, but at the same time there are some bad elements in the party who were or are still controlling the election mechanism that gave dividend and are giving or is giving dividend to the Trinamool Congress party, right? So this is the situation, and this extortionism started, and there you see there are many there are many, you see, it is said that sand mafias have grown up, then the cows mafias have grown up. There were corruption in rationing system, there were corruption in education system, there were corruption in cooperative, there are now corruption in health sector that have come to before our eyes. Then you can say that everywhere there is corruption. So this corruption is one of the major challenges is facing by the Mamata Banerjee government. With the murder and killing, with the murder, rape, and the heinous crime committed against the RG junior doctor, lady junior doctor, the system of corruption in the health sector cropped up or came up. People came to know that what kind of nasty politics, what kind of nasty crimes, and what kind of worst corruption are going on in the health sector. You see, earlier we have seen that the aspirant teachers, those who have passed TET examinations, were continuously demanding for their rights to employment. Government of West Bengal did not recruit teachers for permanent teachers for many years since 2016, and since 2016 but the recruitments are going on by phase, but those are full of corruption, and there were cases that nearly 26,000 teachers joined or working as teachers, those who have no proper qualification or those who have been found disqualified or gave some bribes or like that. But in the judicial system, it was some is throwing from High Court to Supreme Court, and from Supreme Court to a divisional bench, and in this way ultimately what it happened people know. But it is a fact that there were corruptions, and still there are many teachers who are working in West Bengal schools who did not have required qualification, who are corrupt, who paid money to the political leaders. But what happened? Yes, the education minister is behind the bars. The health, the education high level education officials are behind bars, but behind bars that is not the fact. But the money you collected, that should be returned to the people, those who did not get employment. So the government faced many challenges. Government could not tackle the problems. What happened with the teaching aspirants, those who passed TET examination, but government of West Bengal did not give much importance. There are many government officials who have been doing continuous protest against their rightful demand of equal DA with their central government employees, but the government paid little bit alms, and it was he and she, Mamata Banerjee, or the government of TMC government succeeded to curb the movement or their demands. But on the night of 9th August, what happened? The government initially tried to hush up the incidents, but ultimately it could not. Ultimately, the doctors of West Bengal, both the junior doctors and the senior doctors, they all have come. Along with them, the people in general have come to the streets to protest against the corruption, against the against the mismanagement in the health sector. But if the government thinks, or if the policymakers in the West Bengal government thinks that this is the reflection of one particular reason, that is the rape and murder of Tilottama, that they are making mistake. We, the social scientists, understand. We have we have felt the pulse of the people. The pulse of the people says that they are not satisfied with the performance of the government, and that is why they have taken to the streets. The common people, the poor people, the middle-aged people, even the old people have taken to the streets and showing solidarity with the doctors. Why? Because they want to say that you, the government, is not doing well. You are a corrupt government. You are supporting the corrupt persons. You are supporting the corrupt politicians. You are supporting the bad people. You are supporting those who have done corruption, and it is proved. Anubrata Mandal came few days ago from jail, and he was sitting on the chair of a Vijaya Sammelani. What is politics? What is politics? We, the common people, do not understand. It is beyond our imagination, our knowledge. Okay, our education does not say this, or does not give or impart this type of wisdom. Okay, that I am not saying. But what happened? Though the government employees, maybe the super of the hospital, Sandeep Ghosh, and that fellow, Mr. Mandal of the Tala police station, tried to hush up and tried to conceal the fact behind from the public eyes. But ultimately, people are very wise, people are very intelligent, and people are very sensitive. They have almost equal or more knowledge, more or better quality of knowledge than many doctors, supers, and police officers. So they realized and they understood, they caught where the problems are going on. So initially the a lady gave a call to reclaim the night. They came. There was such a massive gathering on the night of 14th. It was unimaginable. We never saw, we never heard, we did not see the August movement, we did not see the salt satyagraha, we did not see non-cooperation movement, but we did not see naval movement, but we saw the movement or people's active participation in the protest movement on the night of 14th. Okay. So what they demanded, at first the junior doctors demanded 5 things. Out of 5, 2 were very important. What are the 2? That those who are involved in the crime must be found out and punished. Secondly, the people who were involved in hushing up or covering the incident or tempering the evidence should be found out and put behind bars. Put behind bars or should found out or should be traced. But you see, for how many days the CBI is investigating? People have started raising questions about their qualification, their quality and their level of expertise. If they were properly or in true sense expertised or learnt the art of investigation properly, then they could found out it very easily within 10 days. But if the CBI cannot find out these, then who will do? How the victim Tilottama will get justice? People in India as a whole have started raising questions. Why the people are not being respected? I request with my folded hands to the CBI, please do you put your all expertise in this case and try to find out who were actually involved, because one man cannot rape, one man cannot kill, one man cannot break the bones, one man cannot smash all those things, and one man cannot produce 150 gram of cement at a time. Sanjay Rai has been found out as the sole criminal who committed this, and CBI also told this. People do not accept this. People do not believe this. Even I tell the CBI officers, maybe the head, you tell your children whether they believe it or not. You give the case to your children, they will also find out that what was the actual thing. But please stop all kinds of politics and try to find out the actual culprits and give peace to the parents of Tilottama. Okay. But later on, the doctors shifted their demands into 10-point charter. This 10-point charter, now they are demanding, they are saying that they should, the first thing is that they are demanding for the not suspension, removal of Health Secretary Narayan Swarup Nigam. He was the district magistrate of Paschim Medinipur also. While I was there in Paschim Medinipur, I heard his name. So Narayan Swarup Nigam, you see, because government have sent a red cloud in the sky. Because who is the health minister? Mamata Banerjee herself is health minister. If people or junior doctors demand for the removal of the health secretary, it means they are pulling the ears, because they are trying to get the head. Why? Head is the health minister. Health minister is chief minister herself. If the health minister is removed, why the health minister will not be removed? The question will come. That is why Mamata Banerjee today also said almost all of your demands have been met, but it is not possible to remove Narayan Swarup Nigam from the post of Secretary of Health Department. So this is the embryonic situation in West Bengal at present, but I don't know. And there was Manav Bandhan here in Kolkata from in Salt Lake area, and before Derby match, both Mohun Bagan and East Bengal showed their unity with the doctors and protesting against the crime, and they are shouting only one slogan, that is, we need justice. My also appeal to the government and to the people, those who have done, say this, that yes, we have done this, confess your crime, you may get some punishment, but your family will be happy, you will be happy, you could sleep well at night. With this suggestion, I would like to say that, and say all my colleagues and all my friends and all the intellectuals in West Bengal to do better things, to do positive things, to think positive. One thing I would like to say, that what is the reason? I think that Right to Education Act says that you will not have to come to school. If you do not come, the school administration could not take any action. So right to education should be removed. It may be there, but pass-fail system should be removed. And second, I say, and recommendation, start judo karate from the school. In every school, judo karate must be implemented. Self-defense training for girl students in every school should be there. I have been recommending this for at least 20 years, that girls' physical empowerment is necessary, girls' economic empowerment is necessary, women's psychological empowerment is necessary. Try to improve capacity instead of giving doles. And I would request the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, please do not support any kind of crime against women, because if there is crime against women or a girl and it is committed by a man or woman or anyone, you do not tell that they are the little boys. Don't do this. You did this, and you are now getting the hits. Maybe you told many years back, but you are getting returned the acts, the karma phal, the karmas you did, you are getting the results of your karma. So believe in Indian philosophy, believe in Indian spirituality. So with these few words, I would like to close this video here. I would say thank you very much to all of you. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Thank you all of you.